Hey everyone, this is Shona. I'm the founder of She's Got Assets and the MTR Playbook. I'm going to talk to you guys about my favorite topic, how to set up and fully book your first midterm rental with great guests so you can 2x your cash flow. This is a totally free training for real estate investors. So if you're watching this later, feel free to shoot me a message, book a call, let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, I'm really excited to get started. So let's jump in. All right, so this trading is for real estate investors who want to maximize their cash flow without the constant turnover of short-term rentals. So you can actually have more passive cash flow. That's what we're all after, right, as investors? You want an investment that gives you 2x more cash than you get with long-term rentals. You want a step-by-step guide to quickly set up your midterm rental and save time. You want a done-for-you list of all the furnishings you need, from wet mattress to smart tech, because you can get really hung up on that and you just got to get it done. I have a totally done-for-you list, which I love sharing in the course. This is not for you if you don't like free content followed by an insanely valuable offer. All right. Here's a fast action bonus, the top 10 amenities to attract amazing guests. You get that with the course if you sign up. All right. So let me know if this sounds familiar. Susan, the worried investor, analysis paralysis, unsure if her rental property would make a good midterm rental, or to start with furnishing a midterm rental. How nice should it be? What should she have? What does the kitchen need? What kind of sheets? Where do you advertise to find guests? Which platforms? Should you allow pets? They might do damage. All of those questions. Or would you rather be Joanna? She got her first midterm rental fully furnished and booked within a month before it was even furnished. She's making 1K or more cash flow on her first midterm rental versus a long-term rental, which is awesome, right? Who doesn't want that? She's relaxed and has way more free time with only 3 to 4 turnovers a year. She can confidently self-manage with a solid system to run her midterm rentals profitably. So who would you rather be? I'm personally in the Joanna camp. So yeah, Susan, option one, or Joanna. I think we're all probably with Joanna. That's why you're here today. All right, so nice to meet you. I'm Shona. I'm the founder of She's Got Assets, the midterm rental playbook and the REI Playbook. So nice to meet you guys. Thank you for taking the time today to watch this. I really appreciate it. All right, as I was so tired of constant turnover of Airbnb turnover, I wanted a way to keep maximizing cash flow with way less stress. I was always worrying about the last guest review, worrying about little things like sheets and restocking supplies like constantly, like every 2 days. I had a great team in place, but it took a lot of mind share. All right, so the midterm playbook was born. The midterm rental playbook, the solution I created to maximize cash flow 2x versus long-term rentals and without all the stress of constant turnovers. This allowed me to ditch the worried Susan approach for good, so I could have more time but still maximize cash flow while leaving all the stress and constant turnover and high maintenance guests behind. Yes, please. Want to ditch this approach too? Let me know. I think you probably do. That's why you're here. We're going to break it all down for you. How you can set up and fully launch your first midterm rental and avoid all the setup and launch mistakes that I made. Okay, mistake number one, people will come no matter how you market your property. Not true. We're going to break that one down in really good detail. All right, so a picture is worth 1,000 words, as the saying goes. You think you can save money and snap a few photos with your smartphone, get your listing online, but it's not quite that simple. You have about a split second to stop to scroll. You want to make a really good first impression. People want to stay in nice places. If they see a crappy picture, they're going to keep scrolling. You'd be surprised about the quality of pictures I see sometimes advertised. So listing with a bad DIY listing pics, right? They're not tidying up. Clearly, no one wants to see a dirty toilet. It's a really awkward shot here. What's going on the TV? It looks a little funky. Just the whole thing, this is really bad lighting, right? So just be thoughtful, right? Pictures are so, so important. So would you want to stay here when you think about it? I think I'd keep scrolling. I don't think I'd book this place, right? Or do you want to stay here, right? It's nice and light and airy, really like inviting. So according to Airbnb, photos are one of the top 3 reasons guests choose to book. So it's so, so important. So here's some metrics here. Listing with professional photos, you can receive up to 20% higher earnings. That's such a big ROI, right? This kind of breaks that down here. So clearly worth it. Photos aren't that expensive. They're about maybe $250 like in my market, and that's like you'll never have to pay that again, right? Huge return on that. Show don't tell, so hire a professional photographer. If you're going to go with Airbnb, they will set you up with one and take it off of your first listing, so that's an option if you're really on a budget. But I definitely think just hire a photographer for sure. So mistake number 2, trying to save money by shopping locally for furnishings. I'll tell you why. So you think you'll save time and money by hunting for good used furniture on Facebook Marketplace and kitchen supplies at Goodwill. Totally been there. Used to think that too. You like found the perfect couch on Facebook. You spent hours messaging sellers, renting a van, driving around. And then you get there and you're like, I don't like the color. It's a little more beat up than I thought. It's not really what I wanted, but you feel obligated to get it. So really not worth, it's just not worth it. You maybe scour Goodwill for kitchen goods. You think you'll find a great deal, and it's actually kind of random and mismatched, and you leave empty-handed, and you wasted probably an hour, right, of your time. But what if there was a better way? There is. Shopping online, is way more efficient. I think we all know that at this point, but I think just save yourself time, get it done quickly, make a list room by room of what you need and have measurements in hand, order most everything online and have it shipped to the property. It's really way more efficient. So order, furnish, assemble, and decorate. Easy peasy, right? You can get it way faster and save so much time. I would definitely recommend a little tip here. Get like a handyman to assemble your furniture, or a friend. If you like doing it, great. But definitely, plan a couple days of just opening boxes and assembling things. So here's an example of shopping locally to furnish your rental, right? The first month you're collecting stuff, taking forever, and rent collected. The second month is your rent. Versus shopping online, right? You got it rented, you got it booked. You're basically doubling what you're collecting in rent because you're getting it online quicker. So I highly recommend just getting it done quickly. Order as much as you can online. Time is money. Furnish efficiently. I don't think shopping locally and hunting and packing really saves you any money because you're losing time in getting your listing online, and that's going to be really lucrative. So mistake number 3 that I see is not protecting your midterm rental with the right systems in place. These are some really common questions I hear, like what lease do I use? How do I screen tenants? How do I collect rent? Where do I advertise? Who's going to stay in my rental? How much should I charge for a deposit, right? These are really common questions I think we worry about when we're just getting started. So you can collect rent via Venmo or Zelle or use a generic lease found on Google. So why bother screening tenants, right? It could be super simple. Well, I think not having clear screening criteria and application process can result in less than ideal tenants or guests. You really need to think like a bank and make sure you're using a proper process. I think people are really worried they're going to get like a call at 2 a.m. that the toilet's leaking, and this doesn't really happen. And especially if you've got a good team in place and software where you can do maintenance tickets, it's never usually a problem. So again, little known secret, right? If you use the right leases and the paperwork and you set expectations, you'll attract really great quality guests who will take care of your property, really respectful, be very appreciative to have a nice place to stay. So this is kind of the setup, right? You want to get your software set up. You want to, for your applications, collect rent, maintenance. You want to screen your tenants, background credit check, verify employment, landlord references. You want to use state-specific leases and make sure they're really locally compliant with your local laws. From the management side, you want to automate your rent collection, maintenance, communication, and then make your moving in and out really seamless with good communication. So you get a text about that leaky toilet, but if you have a good network of subs, you just open a maintenance ticket or shoot your plumber or your whoever you need a text, and they will come fix it. No big deal. So if you will definitely save time and money if you have a trusted team in place and you don't need to be there in person to fix it, right? Like I don't know how to fix anything. I just have a really good network of people that I work with, so they take care of it. I think it's important to protect your midterm rental with the right systems in place. That gives you peace of mind knowing your property is protected, you have great guests, and they will take care of your property and be very respectful. So do you want to learn how to quickly set up and fully book your first midterm rental with great guests so you can 2x your cash flow with a midterm rental essentials course? Yeah, I don't think so. Or yes, that's totally me. I'm all in. Hopefully you said yes, and we'll keep going. Who believes you can 2x your cash flow without worrying about constant turnover? Let me know what you think. All right. The only formula you need to set up and fully book your first midterm rental with great guests so you can 2x your cash flow. This is all we cover: analysis, design, marketing, and management. So it's really in-depth. It's really thorough, tons of support. So we're going to cover analysis first. We talk about market analysis. Is this market right for midterm rentals? You want to make sure there's demand before you invest in the upfront cost of furnishings, because it is an investment. It certainly pays off in the right market. So you just want to do your homework, and we teach you how to do that. We have an MTR calculator so you can run the numbers, know your profit, cash on cash return, all those things we like as investors, all that data. We also teach you how to market test. You can do all your research. We have different ways of testing that we cover in the course, so you make sure that the investment will pay off. This is a testimonial from Rebecca. She says, I love all the specific resources, docs, and links you provide. The furnishing list is super helpful. Thanks for sharing all your valuable resources. We have purchased our first nurse rental. Having access to your course will save us so much time. All right, so the next kind of module is design. It's just super important. We help you choose kind of a guest avatar. We choose who your ideal guest will be and how to cater furnishings that will meet their needs. Sometimes there's a few different ones, but that's really important to know who you're going to market for and have in your property. We cover furnishing. We have a list of go-to items room by room, what you need, so it's really easy to follow. We've got Amazon links, so it saves a ton of time and you don't miss things. We go room by room, saves you like hours of time. We give you lots of design tips. I think keeping it simple and functional, but I think having stylish statements like artworks or throw blankets are really important to give that kind of cozy vibe, make it inviting. Just some inspiration. And then marketing, right? A huge piece of, any business is marketing, super important. That's a big part of the course. So I love this quote: in a busy marketplace, not standing out is the same as being invisible. So I think marketing is the fun part, where we teach you how to launch and fully book your first midterm rental so you can 2x your cash flow. So this is kind of the marketing process: marketing, photography, video tours, and then listing, right? You're going to repeat this as you go. So step one, marketing: choose the right platforms to list on. There's a lot of platforms. I teach you which ones are most important. You want to get, again, really good photography, so get your photography done. Virtual and video tour, I talk about that in the course, very important. Some people will not see it in person, sometimes they will, but that sometimes virtual tours are really great, so you don't have to bother your tenants if someone wants to see it. And then you're going to list it. You're going to choose the platforms you want to list and start marketing. This is Valerie K. She says, Shona is down to earth, relatable, approachable, ambitious, and creative. This course is great. It provides succinct, well-organized tips and tricks, processes, materials lists, and media recommendations for jumpstarting your midterm rental business. Thank you, Valerie. So now we're going to talk about management, super important. So without systems in place, it's overwhelming to know where to find great guests to manage your rental. So we teach you how to build systems to easily self-manage your midterm rental with direct bookings to keep more profit. Is kind of the wheel here: advertise, screen, lease, onboard, manage, right? And we teach you how to do that and build those systems. Step one, self-management is surprisingly doable with the right tools. You can screen and collect rent and all with property management software. That's really important. We give you options for that. Digital management tools, set up and streamline your systems. It's easily self-managed with direct bookings to keep more profit, right? No extra costs there. We teach you how to screen guests, how to verify employment, rental history, run background credit checks, what services to use for that. Leases, this is just, follow all fair housing laws and use state-specific leases. So you're in compliant with your local landlord-tenant law. Guest check-in, be clear on what guests can expect staying at your property, from self-check-ins, down to like when garbage days. We kind of have templates in there to get all your check-in stuff set up. This is Daniel S. He says, Shona helped me get a property rental ready in the market. Her advice led me to listing being on the market for less than 24 hours. Her knowledge of the local market, all the ins and outs of listing rental properties, and her genuinely warm, friendly demeanor make her delight to work with. I could not recommend Shona more for all your rental consulting services. It's a happy student. So by following clear steps, you can quickly launch your midterm rental with guests. You can 2x your cash flow. And I think as investors, that's what we're after, right? Passive income. So the big question is, how can you apply this framework to your own business and create 2x cash flow in your first midterm rental? So again, going back to these avatars, do you want to be the worried investor Susan or the relaxed cash flowing investor Joanna? All right, it is time for you. Start making more profit by setting up your first midterm rental. Follow a framework that gives you clear step-by-step instructions that takes the guesswork out of setting up your first midterm rental. So enrollment is officially open. I'm going to give you like a bird's eye view of what you get in the course, what you can expect, what kind of support, all the modules, all that fun stuff. So you get immediate access to the MTR Playbook course. It covers analysis, design, marketing, and management. So it covers all the things that you're going to need. You get immediate access to on-demand videos, lessons, resources, SOPs done for your templates that jumpstart your midterm rental and your to-do list, tools. We give you access to recommended tools and software to run your first midterm rental, like where to advertise, all that. Coaching calls and a private members only community, so tons of support along with the on-demand classes. Coaching and community, you get group coaching calls plus one-on-one calls. You get to workshop anything you need. If you're stuck, you need a game plan, you just book a call with me directly. It's one-on-one. We just get you jump-started, get you up and running really quickly. There's also a private members only community for She's Got Asset students only. Provides real-time support for anything that might arise. We totally got you. The other nice thing is you can join with a partner. So each membership allows you to join with a partner. So bring your business partner, your admin person. We know that we oftentimes have partners, so we want you to be successful. So certainly that's a benefit of the course. There's also a fast action bonus. The top 10 must-have amenities. We go into that in detail with some Amazon links, which is really handy. So the doors are officially open. Again, you get access to on-demand video training, SOPs, checklists, templates, and more, a private Facebook community, coaching, and a private community. So if you got started today, how many guests would it take to make your investment back? This is Kelly B. She says, as a newbie in real estate investing, it was very helpful to get an idea of what it takes to run midterm rentals. I'm a huge fan of courses and will absolutely go back and redo the whole course when I'm ready to purchase my first midterm rental. This is Bonnie. She says, I just want to be the first to know that I may be a T2 of early next week. So I'm considering marketing my other STR properties, MTR number 3. I think I'm hooked and it's all because of you and your fabulous teaching, mentoring. I want to thank you. Thank you. Have a great weekend. So yeah, totally. If you follow the course, listen to the coaching calls, dial in, take advantage, you're going to get hooked on MTRs and you'll be up and running really quickly. All right, so if you want to book a call, you can just you can take a picture with your phone of this QR code. It'll drive you to a place that you can just book a quick call with me. It's a strategy call. It's about half hour long. We'll do like a deep dive in what your goals are, if the course is a good fit, and how to sign up if it's a good fit, if I invite you. So again, yeah, this is if you book a call, there's this fast action bonus. You get on-demand video training, a file vault with templates and checklists, private Facebook community, group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. So there's a ton of value. I'm really passionate about this. I want my students to succeed. I've had really great success stories with students getting booked quickly, before it's even furnished, getting up and running. So please reach out. Love to chat with you and book a call. Look forward to talking. Thanks so much.